Okay, so I hope you all wrote down the square root of 13, which I'll be checking then. Because, and the explanation should be because it's equal to a decimal that does not end and does not repeat. Here, repeating decimal is automatically rational, and this is equal to 9, and that is also rational. So here would be your answer. All right. Now, before we move on, I want to just do a really quick review again. You do not know how important this is. Okay. I have so many, we're going to be doing a lot of rounding this year, and it's a shame when people lose points because we can't round. So just so we understand, so let's first of all, again, review cube root. So to do cube root, you put the 3 in, then you hit the second, and then the caret button, because that has the square root symbol with the x. Remember, we have to tell our calculator what number to put in for x, put it in, and then 124. Now this is what I get, which I'm going to tell you is irrational because it's a decimal that does not end. Irrational. Now, if I went around to the 10th, one decimal place. So here would be the 10th, and then I look at this number behind it. Remember, 4 or less, let this number rest. So the 10th would be 11.1. Now, let's move this to the 100th. The 100th, we have to, that's 2 decimal places. 2 zeros in 100, 2 decimal places, 2 numbers after the decimal. Now this is 5 or above. That means give that a shove. So 100th would be 11.14. So now we're going to look at this problem. So I want you to think about this. What do you think the difference is between these two problems? So we have the square root symbol in 47, square root symbol in 47. Here the 3 is little, here the 3 is big. Okay, so I'm going to tell you, but I'm hoping you're thinking, and I hope you get this right. This is cube root. So this is the cube root. We put that in the calculator like that. This is not cube root. This is multiplying. This means 3 times the square root of 47. You have to know the difference between the two. So in your calculator, you would put 3 times. Now remember, square root is second x squared. Easy way to remember, square is the opposite of square root. So you hit the square button and then you put the number in. Okay, so there's a big difference here. So what I'm going to have you do is go on to the next slide and we're going to just practice this. So we're just going to practice these functions. So we have this 1, 3, and 4 are going to be easy. Again, we're just practicing those keys in your calculator. And then here's one where this is not the cube root of 20. This is 3 times the square root of 20. All right, so go ahead on to the next slide. You're going to see these problems and use your calculator to solve them.